Welcome to the Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun. Got some ice going.
I needed a drink after this long ass day I
we were
had
just
today.
talking about that.
Yeah.
Yesterday
and today.
we didn't get in trouble.
Yeah, we did. The boss was like, everybody get on a meeting right now. We're going to talk about all the shit you haven't done. Y'all are in trouble. Get it done by the end of the week. And I was like, fuck.
No, it wasn't like that.
Well, that's what it was
He's
like
a great
for me.
boss.
He is a good boss. I like him.
So I don't know who we have on the show today. So
Who do we have today?
Have to introduce them, please.
Say hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hello. Hello. So we have a local salon.
Yes. Hair salon, right?
Hair salon employees.
Yes.
Hair salon.
We're
Self-employees, right? Aren't you
They-
self-employed when you do hair?
Yes.
They bleach, they color, they dye, they cut, color, and dye.
And they listen to gossip, and that's why
Yeah.
I'm here.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to say where they're from.
No, heck no. We're not going to say
And
their names
if
because you know it
you-
doesn't matter.
If you know where they're from, act like this is the movie The Help and you ate the shit pie and you don't want nobody to know. All right? That's all I'm going to say.
All right, so first, what inspired you to become who you are? Whoever wants to start, doesn't matter.
Well, that's fucking deep, Meredith.
I know.
Shit.
So my goal in life was I want to be a bus driver when I grow up.
Shut up.
Amazing.
And then I was like, maybe not. I think I actually want to be in the Air Force.
Oh my
because
God.
I love
All right, from
planes.
ground to air.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then September 11th happened, and my dad's like, hell no.
Hell no.
What's your next plan? I was
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, I kind of want to cut hair too. He's like, yeah.
Do it.
Do
Yeah.
that.
Do it.
that.
We'll do that. So,
Yeah. Good.
Very ambitious.
How about you?
Amazing.
I definitely did not want to do that. I wanted to be.
Which part?
I thought I was going to be a rock star's wife.
Amazing.
That was my goal.
You thought you were going to be Bunny?
There's
Bunny
still time.
XO?
There's still time.
Exactly. Shayna Moakler was
Yeah.
one of my time.
Yeah.
I also had a military moment where I thought about
Wow.
joining
What
the Army.
Wow.
is that? Is it the small town thing?
I thought about joining the Army
Yeah.
Reserve to get
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
good
to get
with-
away from the small town.
Yeah.
I'm
That
not good
makes
with
sense.
school, so I was like, they could force me to go to school and give me some discipline.
Yeah.
And my dad also did not like the idea of that.
No.
Sure.
So I was like, what about beauty school? And he had me signed up within the month.
Perfect.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
And now you guys rock at it. I know you guys are so busy where you work at.
Yeah.
That's good.
And you know, you say you didn't want to go to school, but going to beauty school is very intense.
Yeah, so
I
it's-
think-
it's 1,500 hours, and you do it in 9.5 months. So
Oh, wow.
That's incredible
it's
to me.
40 hours a week. So
Yeah.
they say that the breakdown, it's equivalent to 2 years of college.
Yeah.
If you're a full-time student. So,
Yeah.
And it's not just playing with hair. There's
Right.
chemistry, electricity.
Absolutely.
Yeah, our school
There's so much
literally
involved.
went to ECC and looked at cadavers.
Yes, because you have to
What?
understand
I'm like,
all
yeah,
of that. Muscles
anatomy.
and yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
And then we
You couldn't look at live people's heads and nails?
No, because then
I could have laid there. Here, look.
we also took a trip to the Jelly Belly factory. That was super relevant for
Wow.
color theory.
Color theory.
So we went
Yes.
from dead
Yeah.
bodies to jelly beans.
I hope you wash your
Amazing.
hands between.
I did.
Yeah, good job.
I hope you didn't.
Good job. What does that smell every time I put my fingers near my
Right?
mouth to
Seriously.
eat these delicious
Gross.
jelly beans?
Yeah.
Sick.
No, there is. There's a lot to it.
Yeah.
So do you just do hair or is it nails, makeup, all that fun stuff? What else do you do? Waxing? Any
yeah,
coochies?
We wax from the chin up.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's good to know. What about my neck, though? Sometimes it's down on my neck.
I've done it.
They're just hold on 1 second. We're
Hold
real
on.
quick,
Can
real
you get
quick.
this whole area here?
There's a patch. I'm not going to leave you
Yeah,
hanging.
right. You'll see it better than I can, I'm
You
sure.
smooth like butter before you leave.
Yeah.
I thought about doing my sideburns because they're like all the way down here, but
You need to go see them.
I know.
Should've saw
Well,
them
they never
before
have any
this.
open appointments.
Yeah, I know. We were
so-
just talking about that, right?
Pretty sure you have a gift card still. I was like looking through old gift cards the other
Probably.
day because I had to pull one out of the archives for somebody. And I'm like, oh, Cass.
Yeah.
Do you really? Oh
I
my
think, you know what?
God.
I think
Pretty
Johnny
sure,
got
yeah.
it for me. And then I just never went, and he used part of it for a haircut for
Oh, that's
himself.
so fun. While it's here,
Maybe that could have been. Yeah.
what kind of trends are you seeing for 2024?
Ooh,
Literally everything.
What's everything?
Mullets.
yeah.
Boy perms. I was like hardcore. Love boy perms. This is who I am. And then after like 6 of them,
You were done.
Done.
I'm like, never again.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have one next week. I can't.
Oh
wait.
gosh.
I don't do perms.
No perms.
No, you're like, that's not on my agenda.
Cut,
I
color,
don't know
shave,
how to do
wax.
that.
8 years. No
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah.
Don't have that patience.
Do you guys have a lot of old biddies that come in to get perms or no? No.
No,
Do you have
I've
a younger
done, like,
clientele?
I've done more boy perms
Oh, wow. In your
then-
life?
in the last like 2 years than probably in my career.
Wow.
18 years of women perms.
That's funny.
These boys want curly hair so bad.
My dad used to
And
get
is it
perms.
top and back then? Do they have the sides? Or is it the whole
It's
head?
like whatever. Some
Oh,
of
it doesn't
them
matter.
have like a mullet perm. Some of them just want the top. Some of them want their whole head perm.
That's
because they-
incredible that's
That is
back.
so funny.
It's just
Well, I've
really
been
weird.
seeing some
Yeah.
dudes rock some massive mustaches lately, and I'm like, that shit's back too.
I'm
like,
a big mustache fan.
are you? It's like
yeah.
all they have too. Not a goatee, not a beard, and just straight up
I don't know if
mustache.
it comes with age, but
Yeah.
all of a sudden
Like
I
your
was like, I
your
love
preference to date or to like cut it?
to just attractiveness.
Oh, attractiveness.
Attractiveness.
I
Yes,
just
yes.
love a mustache.
What's that
Yeah.
Burt guy? Burt Reynolds? Burt
I
Reynolds.
was like
is-
Bert and Ernie.
Burt Reynolds is back in style.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's weird how trends come and go, right?
Well, they do. And like my teacher in school, he was European. And so he was like all about Vidal Sassoon. That was like his thing. I'm like, dude, it's literally 98 cents a jewel, but okay.
Yeah.
But he kept saying everything comes back 20 years.
Right.
And so now where I started to where I'm at now, 100%. Like,
Wow.
The shag haircut is just a lady mullet.
Yeah.
But like
yeah.
those were definitely cool 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like
And-
the feathered again
Yes.
a little bit, light feather.
I
like
like
on
the
more of
feather. I thought that was like, it never should have went away.
like
It
the
never
Farrah
shoulda-
Fawcett,
Yeah.
Yeah.
angels
It's like
type
classic.
thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think people look so good with that haircut. Whoever gets it, if I see it on TikTok or whatever, I'm like, it's amazing.
And that's 70s,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say so. Yeah. Maybe early 80s.
Yeah.
80s was super perm, right? I was born in
super
the 80s,
hairspray.
early 80s. And I remember my grandma perming our hair when we were kids. So, yeah. Everybody got perms. Everybody got perms back then.
It wasn't like how it is now.
No.
You just went to anybody that was like, yeah, I can give you a perm.
My great grandma went every single Friday and she got her hair like set, you know?
See, and that's like a dying thing.
Yeah.
We
I
had them
have
when we
one
were in
now.
school. Taylor has one, but she's hardly a set.
Yeah.
So she's the
Just a
cutest,
style.
and she smells good, and she
Yeah.
looks 60.
I had like a 90-something-year-old blind lady every week for a while.
Yeah.
She was great.
You could do whatever you wanted with her hair then, right?
You'd be
But,
like,
like,
looks
no.
fabulous.
She was mean to everyone except me. She grew up by her.
Her
She-
name wasn't Mrs. A, was it?
No, it's
No,
Norma.
it was
Oh, Norma.
And
Okay. Ah, Norma.
Norma,
Well,
as
she
blind
could-
as she was,
yeah.
if I was unavailable or like not at work or out of town and someone else did her hair, she'd be like, they did a shit job.
yeah.
Like, no one.
Oh,
she had to be
Norma.
nice to you because you did her fucking hair. She was like, this bitch will cut me up.
But I would like flirt with her husband the whole time.
Oh my God,
He
that's
would, like,
so
be
cute.
winking at me. From
Oh.
across the
Oh
room.
my gosh.
Wait till I
She
look-
can't see.
Yeah, I forgot my pocketbook, and I'd be like, "Come on, Wally."
They would bring
See it
us
in
like
your
the
pocket.
biggest
So cute.
box, like the really giant, gaudy Valentine's Day box
Yeah.
Of chocolate?
chocolates, like the 3-foot long
Yeah.
one, and just plop it on the table and wink at us.
Oh
We're
my
like,
God.
Was she blind her whole life?
No,
Do you know?
she's just
Oh, really?
old.
And then
She's
also
old.
had dementia. Yeah, she's-
yeah. Oh.
I asked her if I could do her hair for her funeral.
Oh.
She said she was getting cremated.
Oh,
Oh.
shit. You're
She
like,
did
well, let me
die.
do it before you go.
Did
to
we
get
have a couple
fired
drinks
up.
on Saturday and talk about that on the way home after the prof concert?
What? Oh, yes, getting
We did.
cremated.
We did talk
Yeah.
about that,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
we?
yeah, Yeah, we both want to be cremated, just so everybody knows. Don't let nobody bury me in the ground.
I want to be buried.
It's the kind of conversations we have after a fun night out.
So
It's creepy.
These are literally conversations that we have at work all day.
Yeah.
Like, if I know you guys watch TikTok because I've listened to your things. So, like, the big one right now, like the say the weird thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's literally just a fly on the wall with us all day. Last week, like, we go through these phases where we're real into something.
Yeah.
So I've been on a human composting kick.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, oh, well, my dad lives in Washington. Like, Dad, you should become compost. And
Oh, my
I'll take
God.
all 400 pounds of you and put you in my garden.
And I tell her she's a cannibal and it's creepy.
And
She can't eat
she's
the vegetables
like,
that grow out of her
"You
That
dad's
is
compost."
that. I didn't even think about that. That is very strange.
I'm like, I don't know. I think
not
it's
okay.
kind of cool. So I've been telling everybody, like,
Yeah.
this is literally the future. We
Yeah.
all have to get on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because, you know.
But that was last week, though?
yeah.
What's this week's news? Or is it kind of trailing into this week?
No, I mean, this week we only.
It's only Tuesday, Meredith.
Yeah, so
Relax.
we were only at work yesterday. So like right now we hate Comcast. That's our
Yeah.
And
So-
our landlord.
yeah, and our landlord. So like I said probably 10 times yesterday, like I'm just gonna run into traffic. And
Yeah. Yeah.
then as like my
Seems to be
landlord's
the answer.
partner was getting his hair cut, you know, we're like, oh, and we're going to be on this podcast tomorrow. And he's like, what are you going to talk about? And she just out of nowhere, she's like, our shitty landlord.
Do tell.
Yes, please do.
And how at her eulogy, I'm going to say,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
this
is why
guy's
she
fault.
died.
Oh,
We're
my
all gathered here
God.
today because of this man.
What's wrong with your landlord?
Because he drove us over the edge.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So it's not even him in particular. There's like a whole group of them. And so they don't respect me because I'm a white woman. That's like really no to them. So
Yeah.
Really?
they want to talk, like, you know, oh, well, we'll talk to your husband. And I'm like, no, he has his own job. Like, this is mine. The only affiliation that he has to this is that he married me. And
Yeah.
that's it.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
this is
You don't even cut his
my-
hair there, right?
I don't.
Yeah, you do it at home.
He cuts his own hair.
He cuts his
He
own
cuts
hair.
his own hair.
I was
don't
going to
even get
say,
him
yeah, it
haircuts.
doesn't look like he's got a
Yeah.
real fancy mullet perm
No,
or anything.
one of our other girls cut his hair the other day, actually, because I was like, yeah, I'm just like chilling. So it's just a thing. So I don't know. Long story short, he was like, oh, well, I'm going to direct withdraw money out of your account for rent because like paper checks are so old fashioned. I'm like, all right, well, it's been working for 13 years. but
Yeah.
why not just mess that up? So he withdrew the rent 4 times.
Oh, my God.
Then all of a sudden started making deposits, and I was like going back and forth to the bank. And then like the worst thing ever is when you go to the bank and then they give you that like sad look.
Oh,
Like,
no.
Like, oh,
And
somebody
I'm like,
fucked up.
oh, cool. Thanks for just making me feel like total garbage.
Yeah.
Like now you're
Whoa.
feeling sorry for me, and I'm just pissed, and I just want to like know what's going on.
Yeah.
So that's been going back and forth for like the last 3 weeks. So
Oh, no.
as of today, we're all squared up, but
That's frustrating.
he's actually been really nice this time. He was like laughing. He's like, oh, are you going to go on vacation with all this extra money that you have
Disgusting.
that I accidentally deposited in your account? And I was like, maybe. Like, you never know what I'm going to do.
Close that account, open another one with all
Yeah.
this money.
Well, so
He's the dummy.
Yeah, my bankers are like, we're just gonna block him.
Ew.
He can never take money again. I'm like, that's fine. So today I went and I handed the paper check. Like, here you go. We're just going back to the Stone
Yeah.
Age because we had no errors before then.
Yeah.
So it's just been a thing. This has
That
been
gave me
going
the
on.
ick. I got
for-
the ick
Oh,
from
yeah.
that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they're like, it was a mistake, and I get it, but I've only
4
been
times? Hmm.
Well, yeah, like I literally just signed up for this like 2 rent checks ago, and all of a sudden, like in the last 3 weeks, it's like $13,000 has
Oh
just
my
been
God.
coming back and forth between the two of us, which I'm like, yeah, you know. So she kept joking, like, oh, are our paychecks gonna bounce? I'm like, yeah, probably, because I don't even know. There's
I've
like,
had that happen before.
I
It
have
was
like 3
disgusting.
cents in our bank account
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
No, I was
Right?
crying. I was crying poor to her husband the other day. He's like, guess what? You ain't getting paid on Monday. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Damn it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I
But now
did.
we're fine. Everybody got paid.
Yeah.
That's
My
a
check
little
went through.
crazy.
Yeah, I spent half
I was
the
going
day
to say,
shopping, so I'm
probably
fine.
the electricity would get shut off before your paycheck didn't go through. Maybe.
Or she ran out
I
into
mean,
traffic. And
Yeah, I ran into traffic. I mean, yeah, the
Just don't
electricity
leave the
for
salon to me.
sure. Just because we have a lot of power outages, so
Yeah.
you know,
Ugh,
not
man,
because I'm
that's
not
crazy.
paying them.
Yeah.
But
You guys get them there? I thought you guys never lost power there. Do you mean at your house or at the salon?
No, at the salon.
Really?
It's flickered, but we haven't actually ever lost it.
You know, it
one
used
time
to
we
be
did.
bad a
One
long time
we
ago.
did. We lost power
Yeah.
at like 10 in the morning.
Oh,
A
God,
tree
with a
fell
full
down.
day schedule. Yeah.
It was a Friday, so it was like not the end of the world.
Yeah.
But I called her and I was like, so we're just going to go to Donnie's and have Bloody Marys while they fix the power line.
Perfect.
So she's like, okay.
She's
So
like, do you
we-
want to drink Bloody Marys
And
and
then-
feel sorry for herself? I said, I'll be there. in
And
10
then
minutes."
she's like, but do I still get paid for today?
I'm self-employed, so
Yeah,
no.
it was fine.
So
It was
no.
fine. We had a great time.
I always wonder this. So how many clients can you have in one day? If it's all just haircuts or if it's all perms, like how many hours in a day do you put in? How do you base your salary, I guess? Like you can make $1 million or you can have a nice easy week, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever you want to do because you're your own.
We have
Right?
different hours, so it just depends on how many hours of the day we're there.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
roughly like a normal day, at minimum, we're going to have 4 or 5 clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
And
see
so
4 or
then
5
there's some
people.
days where it's all haircuts, and we refer to those as lotta body days.
Yeah.
Lot of
yeah.
bodies.
Because it's just people
Yeah.
in and out all day. But
Yeah.
then, like Saturdays are a shorter day. So most of our working class people come in on Saturdays because they're working all week or whatever. And those are usually bigger appointments. So we'll typically
Okay.
see like 2
Project
or 3.
days.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
they're like 2.5 hour appointments,
Yeah.
whatever. So they're
Do
getting
you ever
multiple
overlap?
things.
Like you start a color and you know she's going to be sitting for 30 minutes, so you like schedule a
Yeah, it
haircut in there? Or
depends. If I
does it,
feel
do you
like
get too
it.
screwed doing that?
No, sometimes I'm like, well, that's like when I have snacks.
I do
Yeah.
that. I do
Yeah.
a lot.
You do that.
Recently, she's like, "Oh, you just really hated yourself today, huh?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to get
Never-
it all done
I'm
in
like,
one day and then
"Can
I don't have to
go
work
pee
the rest of the
today?"
week.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, it depends. Like during COVID, we weren't allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
sure.
So it kind of like stopped. And then I think for a while we got kind of used to it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this slow pace isn't so bad.
Right.
But her and I are like so money hungry that we're like, okay, let's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
full speed.
Yeah.
Hard
What do
time
we got to
saying
do?
no.
Power
Yeah.
through it.
Yeah.
Do you have certain days where you only do the cuts then, or do they?
No.
It doesn't matter, right? Just whenever someone
It's a
can get in,
free-for-all.
and
Yeah.
It's a giant
on your
free-for-all.
calendar it says how much time it takes
fit
for a
it
cut,
in,
30
yeah.
minutes, hour and a half, whatever. Okay, whatever
Yeah.
you can fit in.
My haircut's like 8 minutes.
And how many people do you work with, or how many people?
There's 3 of us right now.
There's 3,
So.
and you're looking for more, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a vacancy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And then when you say that, that means you have a chair to rent out, or
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, cool.
That's how you pay the rent. You charge the people for their chair,
Yeah.
a percentage of their sales or whatever.
No, it's just a flat fee, like
Oh.
basically like per day.
We pay weekly.
Okay.
I pay
Yeah.
weekly.
So yeah,
Yeah.
everybody pays weekly, but it's like a daily thing. So
Yeah.
like if you're gonna work X amount of days, and this is how much you
Oh,
owe.
okay.
So it just kind of
Oh.
depends.
So really,
Oh,
if you
that's
if
neat.
you had a part timer, you could have 2 part timers share a chair, huh? And then
you could,
yeah.
as long as they're like not messy.
Right, right.
And they could
Yeah, they
share
gotta find one,
nicely.
Yeah.
let alone
Yeah.
2.
I know.
Right.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I'm thinking big over here.
Right. I'll take 7.
Sky's the
We'll have
limit.
7 of them.
Yeah, right.
Everybody gets
One for each
day,
day.
of the week.
Yeah, exactly. And then what if you didn't like someone? You'd be like, ugh, Monday's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Mondays, it's just us, so it's a really great
Oh.
way to
Yeah,
start
we
the
eat
day.
Panera.
Yeah.
That is nice.
It's like a soft.
How do you eat
opening.
Panera?
Yeah.
That's like our thing on
I
Mondays.
don't like Panera. It's
No,
like
like-
hospital food.
Oh, I love it.
She came
Get
into work
outta
on
here.
Monday
I don't
and
like
she's
Panera.
like, I've been thinking about Panera all morning. I was like, so have I. Let's go. And then the
Does it get
internet
earlier and
crashed.
earlier every Monday?
Well, we did
Oh.
it like every Monday for a while, and then they closed.
Oh
so
yeah, because they
Oh,
moved
sure, that's
locations.
right.
Then
Yeah.
we kind of got used to it, so it was like not that often. But I woke up like, I need Panera today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now's the time.
Mhm.
Heard
I mean,
the
I guess
commercial
it's
on the way
good,
to
yeah.
work, and then
That was it.
yeah,
I just can't like pay $20 for a bowl of soup and a half a sandwich.
I paid $20 for Taco Bell yesterday, and ate
I did
all
pay
of it.
$15 for Taco Bell on the way
We
home
did.
from Prof the
I was
other
very
day,
good. I
so.
think I only spent like 5 or 6, and I got
Dude.
cinnamon twists.
Oh, no.
We went to a concert on Saturday, and on the way home, I was like, we were getting Taco Bell because last time we went to that concert was in the middle of COVID.
And
No
nothing
Taco Bell
was
open.
and
we
were
were pissed.
starving.
So I'm like, I'm gonna eat a gordita and then a quesadilla, right? No biggie. And
In
I'm
the
trying
car?
to be.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely. In my new car.
She's driving. I'm not driving. So I have the bag on my lap with a shit ton of napkins in, and I'm like, I am so clean. I am being so clean. I get home and I look down, and there's just like cheese sauce smeared down my shirt. I'm pretty sure it all got on me. I hope.
She was like, text me when you're home. So, it's like the home text. I'm like, I'm home. Thanks for a fun night. She wrote Taco Bell all over my shirt.
She found me with it all over my face because I fell asleep in an Uber eating a Dorito Loco.
Yeah. Oh, Taco Bell.
She showed up in my garage and I was like, what is all over your face? And I was like,
sounds like a great night.
Hey, at least
It
you
was
Ubered.
daytime.
At least you Ubered. It was daytime.
it was Super Bowl Sunday last year.
Oh, okay.
So I
well,
do
that's-
Galentine's the first half of the day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then I go to her house and I never want to show up empty-handed, so I made my Uber driver go to Taco Bell. And
Yeah. You're like, I'll even buy you a taco.
I decided
I
to eat
want
one in the back seat, but I
75.
fell asleep.
Oh, man.
So there was just Dorito all over my face.
It was fine.
It's totally fine.
Oh,
Sounds good.
that's so great.
So
Everyone
when
was
you-
happy about the tacos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'd be happy.
I would too.
When you first approach a client, what's the conversation that you have? Depending on what they're doing. Let's just like if they're doing
They both just go,
I don't know. Like what, let's just say if they're a little picky or they want to do something drastic or, something like that. How do you approach something?
Well, first, before you answer that.
Excuse me, was I asking
Hold
you?
But before they answer that, when's the last time you had a new client?
So we have been getting them.
Have you?
like-
We say we're not taking new clients.
And then they
Yeah.
still
but
just
we're
kind of
just suckers.
Yeah.
wiggle
Dig it in
in.
there.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, okay, fine. Okay.
Well, they got to know you, though, right? To weasel in or not really?
Kind of, but they're like a friend of a friend of a
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
friend. And so, like, whatever. But it just depends. Like, it depends on the client.
Mhm.
So it depends. Like, for me, are you someone that I've been doing your hair for like 15 or 16 years?
Right.
Because I just kind of know. Unless
Yeah.
you give me that look, I just am in like autopilot,
Sure.
And I'll make like dumbass comments and be like, okay, so you want like purple and green, right?
Yeah.
Pink eyebrows. I'll be right back.
Done.
Yeah,
And
let me
they're
go
like,
mix real quick.
yeah, they're like, yeah. And then, they're a new client and it's like, so what are we doing?
Yeah.
Then it's like all the awkward things that happen that people don't know. Like they're a new client, they have really long hair and they're wearing a hoodie. And you're like,
Oh.
so we're gonna need you to like turn your hoodie around, or are you wearing anything under that? And
Yeah.
like
They never are.
no, and thank God,
Always
because
do.
I am I don't wear stuff under my hoodies. So to see all these other people, I'm like, oh, my
I think it's
people.
weird.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
found
weird.
my people. I feel validated that I'm not the only one.
Like, I put on a hoodie because it's chilly outside, but I know I'm going to want to take it off. So I
No,
wear
like,
a
it's my
t-shirt
shirt.
under.
fluctuates all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like hot or cold.
Yeah.
So I need
Yeah.
to be able to do both.
Do layers.
I'm a layerer.
I need
No.
layers.
I'm
Yeah.
like, this is my shirt.
This is my shirt.
And if I'm cold, I'll put a robe on.
But what if you're hot?
Well, then I take the robe off and push up my sleeve.
Uh,
It works out fine every time.
every time.
Or let's go inside and change.
Every time,
but
80% of the time.
Yeah, it works every time. Yeah.
What are some mistakes that people do that come to you?
Oh, yeah. Let's hear the juicy stuff.
We
Tell
don't
us-
need your hair to be dirty. Please.
I just saw a
Please
TikTok when we
come
get our
with
news.
clean hair.
I just saw a TikTok on that. They were like, why are people coming with dirty hair? Like if I'm going
That's
to
like, I mean, I've been told to do an updo. Don't wash it that
One day.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
True.
But other than that, if I'm going to get my hair cut, like I go in there with clean hair, even if
So,
you
like,
are going to
a
shampoo
haircut's
it.
not a big deal because I'm gonna wash your hair.
Yeah.
But like, she literally had somebody come in a couple years ago that was like, "I heard your hair has to be dirty. My aunt does hair. I filled my hair with wax."
Ew. Why
like-
would you do
She's
that?
like, I washed my hair today, but I know it has to be dirty, so I put a bunch of hair wax in it.
Like,
Ew.
no, that's not
wait,
true.
why?
And
Make it
I was like,
super
that's actually
unmanageable.
not true. And she's like, yeah, she was like so defensive. Like, my aunt does hair. What would the color stick to?
Why aren't you sitting in your aunt's
That's
hair?
what I was just going to
Set
say. So go talk to your
your
aunt.
Hair and scalp.
Where it's
Like,
supposed to.
fucking
You haven't
weird.
seen her since, I bet, huh?
No,
Yeah. And that.
And we fired her.
don't miss her.
She was the Monday
Nothing wrong with
chair.
Firing a client. Yeah, the Monday chair.
Yeah.
Are there
Oh, that's
nails
funny.
too?
We did nails for a while, but our nail girl, she was super talented, so it sucked because she could literally like
Go
put
anywhere.
anything on
Yeah.
your tiny
Yeah.
little nails.
Yeah.
She was an artist.
You
But
could draw
she
a
just-
dog on a child's
Yeah.
nail.
Yeah.
Then she decided like, oh, I'm getting married to my high school sweetheart, and I'm gonna have a bunch of babies. So like, duh.
Just
Always with the babies. All these talented people stopping to have a family.
Crushing the mom life.
Yeah. So she has 3 kids, like 3 and under. So God
just paints their nails now, huh?
Yeah, and she just gets to do all the cute shit on their nails. Which, like, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know.
Is that the girl that was there forever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
she was cool.
wow.
She did my nails once or twice.
So then we're like, it sat there for a while. And I just got tired of looking at it, but I'm a little bit of a hoarder. So I'm like, oh, but I have all this nail polish.
I enable the hoarding.
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah. I probably would too.
Yeah. So then
I would
we
be a great
cleaned it
fit
all
at your
out.
salon.
You really, anybody. Like, just come hang out. So we ended up getting rid of all that stuff, I think in like January. And now we're turning into like our babe cave where we're going to mix all of our color and stuff. So
Nice.
Oh,
it's
amazing.
really spooky and cute. And well, that'll be our new color room where we'll mix everything. And then our current color room, we're going to have like an actual little mini break room so that people aren't staring at us while we eat.
Yeah.
Cute. Good
We're,
idea.
like if we just
Inhaling our
need to
lunch every 2
hide
minutes.
for
Yeah.
5 seconds.
While you're
Cute.
eating your sandwich and
I don't
soup
wanna
from
talk to
Panera.
someone.
Well,
For
I'm
2
eating my
minutes.
$50 lunch. Yeah, I would like some privacy.
Yeah.
In 2 minutes.
While they're eating their hospital food, right, Cass?
Yeah.
No way, Panera's so good.
Does
I
the
don't
hospital
know.
have tomato basil bread?
Probably.
Yeah.
But do
Probably
they?
I've been to some pretty.
not.
I took her to the hospital, and their lunch was amazing.
I mean, I've heard that. But
Yeah.
They don't
I love
have-
a good cafeteria, so
But they don't
Yeah.
have the death lemonades, and that's our thing
Oh.
right
We
now.
love the deaf.
Where did we? What was that? Winfield? Did we have to go to? It was forever
Ask
south
your butt.
of here. No. My butt had to go to the hospital. So how do you stay updated on the trends that aren't trends with the mullets and all that? Do you have to take classes and all that fun stuff
Yeah.
every year?
So we go because we have to do 14 hours of continuing education every 2 years, and then we have to do like some other new things that they've added to our plate. Whatever, it's kind of dumb because it's repetitive, but we have to take like sexual harassment.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
Domestic
same.
violence,
Yeah, we gotta
but
do
now
that, too.
there's like a lot of states are doing like sex trafficking. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
Yeah, you
like,
gotta know the
okay,
signs and all
guess
that.
I'm glad that we're not in Ohio right now.
Yeah.
Because like that's really big in Ohio.
Oh, that's
So
wild.
we're safe up here so far.
Yeah.
Move closer to the microwave. Move
The
closer to the
microwave.
microwave.
Get your mouth on the microwave.
Yeah.
But we go to the Grand Geneva every year and do their big
Oh,
hair
yeah.
show because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just really fun. So, and it's like a lot of the artists that we have been obsessed with. So we just see them and it's like the same thing. Like, oh, we have to go take our picture with Justin and we have to go take our picture with Sam. And then we have to like find who our new obsession is. This year it was Philip Wolf and Alfredo Lewis. They're like really big on TikTok right now. And
Cool.
yeah, I just like stalk around and I just fangirl.
Love
Yeah.
it.
I'm
That's
like,
fun.
hey, it's just us, every year we just like take an awkward photo together.
Yeah.
Can we do it again?
That's
Of
cool though that
course,
like you had so
yeah.
many different plans growing up and you chose this and like you really are passionate about it and love it.
I do love it.
Yeah.
Like I love that it's different all the time.
Yeah.
Which I think kind of helps me out because I am always going like a million miles an hour and I also hyperfixate, but this kind of like I have to stay
Grounded.
Sure.
a little bit focused
Yeah.
at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm like, I don't know. I always have 10,000 things going on, and I prefer it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got to go do this, and I got to do this, and this is like what I'm crafting this week, and then I'm doing this, and now I'm making this. So the hair thing is kind of similar because I get to do that professionally, and it feels good. And I don't know. You make friends with these people. Like,
Yeah.
you don't realize it, You hear all the gossip about their life, but then it's like vice versa. So then they come in and they're like, oh my God, how's your brother?
Yeah.
Is he dating that new girl? And I'm like, yeah, he is,
And we like her.
Well, yeah,
or we don't.
No, we like this one. We really like this one. The last one can kick rocks, but we really like this one. So it's just kind of fun, you don't realize, after a certain point in time, like they become your friends.
Yeah.
Is there a fine line though when you say friends? Because I've only heard from some friends that have salons where it was like, now we're friends. Can you give me a discount type stuff?
Oh.
Or is it pretty
I have
pretty
clients
respected.
Tell me that I should raise my prices and I should be
Oh.
charging more.
And they're
like,
considered friends.
Yeah, like I would say they're
Yeah.
very supportive and
Sure.
all
Yeah.
of it.
That's what I
Okay,
told
good,
Julia. She'd do my nails for like $20, and I'd be like, "Girl, you need to charge more."
Yeah.
I give her 40.
Yeah, we have a nail
I
salon
think
upstairs.
especially like after COVID, like everyone really
Yeah.
realized how important it was to them to get their hair done.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were
And
doing it themselves.
they're
There was a lot of
"This
people
is
walking around with box
essential
color.
for us.
Yeah.
Like we want this." And when we would call them to reschedule every month that it got shut down, they would be like, "So what's going on in your life? Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Like, they
Yeah,
wanna-
right. They want to know.
you know, we haven't talked. It would take me like 2 hours to reschedule all these appointments because like
Aw.
you're spending talking to these people that you haven't talked to
Yeah.
in so long.
How
and-
sweet is that?
Yeah.
That's
And then you
amazing.
just like for me, what I missed was like, I like, what are you having for dinner? What did your aunt do to your mom this week? You know, like
Right.
the little things you don't think about. And now I'm like, okay, I've been sitting at home for like 13 weeks, just drinking White Claw, wondering all these things that are going on with
Yeah.
everybody's life. And I missed them. Like,
For sure.
I'm a people person, and I don't know, like I missed all these people so much because
Yeah.
it's like, you guys have taken care of me for such a long time. And they're always like, well, you take care of me. But like, it's reciprocated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure.
So it's one of those things, like that was the hardest part. It wasn't, I mean, obviously not making money is fucking shitty.
Yeah,
but
Right.
yeah.
Right.
I'm like, I'm having 2 conversations. Like I'm only talking to 2 people this whole time, and I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
Sure. Especially when you're used to talking to so many
Yeah,
people
like
every
I-
day and
people a
every
week.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have 10 conversations a day.
For
like
sure.
10 different people, you know? And then now it's just, I'm talking to a 3-year-old and my husband, and we're all just staring at each other. I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, I think we all went through that a little bit.
Not me. I was just working the whole time.
Well, I mean, I was working too.
Fuck.
But yeah. Good old retail.
I quit my job and started a new job in the middle of the pandemic.
You did.
Wow.
You did.
It
So
was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Do you have anyone sit in your chair that's quiet and you just don't know what they're thinking and you try to draw
Oh,
a
yeah.
conversation out and it just makes the haircut or the color or mullet perm go a lot longer
I had
for
an
you?
older lady for like 5 years, and I knew nothing about her life.
Really?
I would do the basic, like, "How are you? What do you got going on today? Nothing. What do you got going on this weekend?
Nothing.
What'd you do today? Nothing.
Really?
Getting my
And
hair
then,
done.
like, when she would call to make appointments, she'd be like, "Anytime after 3." So it's like,
What
were
are you doing?
What were you doing before
Doing.
3 o'clock?
I know
And
you were
wanna say
doing
it was like
something.
Five years in, she said something about her daughter. It's like, I had no idea you had a daughter. You know, like so. At one point, it's like the first 15 minutes, I'm asking her the questions, and then like the hour and 45 left, we just don't talk.
Wow.
No.
Does that make for a
Oh,
long
yeah.
day? Long
No,
time?
I'll work faster, honestly.
Sure,
Or I've
sure.
had people be like, "I just want to read my book and I don't want to talk."
Yeah,
I'm
because it's like
"That's
their
totally
time too.
fine."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I've seen that at salons where
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
or they have their headphones in or they're watching something on their phone or I see that at the nail salon.
Do you
a
ever
lot.
see anything like they're watching their phone and you can see it and you're like, what the fuck is that?
So I won't look.
No.
learned your
it's-
lesson?
No.
Oh, because I know I did.
I'm just like super paranoid, and I'm like, ugh, I can't. They
So-
do. The others.
Yeah.
I like to look.
They
I think
love.
I've told
But there's
this-
nothing
they love it.
worse than when they're like taking a Snapchat and it's like your whole double
Oh,
chin.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like,
angle,
wow,
you're
that's
in
so
it.
flattering.
Something.
Thanks. Thanks for getting that awesome
I think I've
picture.
told this story before, but I was working where we work now
Yeah.
many, many years ago, and
Yeah.
someone was looking through her phone, and I was standing over her shoulder because she was like, "Here, let me show you something." And it was pictures of her in lingerie that she forgot she took the night before. I was like, "Oh, let me just step back here for a second." She's like, "It's in here somewhere."
Well, I know.
Sometimes
I told
wonder if
this
that was done
story
on
before
purpose.
too. I was trying to help somebody with their phone
Mm-hmm.
with the rewards program,
Mm-hmm.
and I clicked on the Google and it went right to porn. And I was like, oh, man, turn it off. Turn it off. There's kids.
There's kids. What kind of tips do you have for people to keep their hair healthy in between appointments?
Ooh. Don't wash it every day.
So
Depends.
I wash
Yeah.
my hair every day.
I wash my hair every day.
I have to. I'm
Me
like
too.
greasy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
So like my hair will look wet tomorrow when I
Yeah,
wake up.
yeah.
And there's no amount of dry shampoo in the world that's gonna
Right.
fix that.
Right.
And then I just feel like I can feel every strand of hair on my head just like fucking wash her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't wake up. Like
Right. I need a
I am
shower in the morning.
groggy all
yeah.
day. I'll still
Yeah.
shower, but I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel hungover. Like I have to wash my hair. I just have to do it.
Monday after Easter, I was super hungover and sick. And I ran out the door to work, like had a half a cup of coffee, tried to poop, brushed my teeth, and went out the door. I had makeup, old makeup. I had my hair up in a high bun, and I was miserable all day long.
Yeah.
All day long.
Do you do updos?
No.
No?
Not if I don't have to.
No one's...
I booked an updo with her for a wedding.
I'm so excited.
What are you going to do with it?
I just want to do like a sexy, messy, modern French twist.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She like says she hates updos and she's bad at them, but she's not.
But she does so good at them,
she's
right?
Great at
Yeah.
'em. And I've done enough updos to myself for weddings, and I'm like,
Want somebody else.
I'm not in this wedding.
Yeah.
I'm like just going as a guest. I've been in weddings for a few years now and done my hair and someone else's hair, and I just want to show up. And
Does your date have a mustache? Or no?
My date is my lady friend.
I was like, I'll go with you. I have a mustache.
I mean, she can still have a mustache.
I
Yeah,
just got rid of mine yesterday, so
I can let it grow for
She's
a week.
wedding prepping.
yeah.
Do you guys know how to braid well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Cool. That's good
I
to
can
know.
cornrow like there's no tomorrow.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in the K-Fed era.
Oh.
So, like,
the
I will turn anyone into K-Fed if you
In
let
a
me.
long time.
Like, if you let me, please.
Can you do super short hair like mine? Mine's really short.
Yeah,
I bet she could.
Yeah, she could.
I could.
You could. Might come see her then before
I
vacation.
right.
could.
What are you going to get cornrows before
Maybe.
vacation so you don't have to wash it the whole time we're
Yeah,
there?
exactly.
Why not? Don't you can have an awesome afro?
Yeah, it would. It's very,
oh my
very,
God,
very, very
it
curly.
would afro afterwards.
yeah.
That would be amazing.
Well, and then, like, the sunburn and all the part lines.
Absolutely.
Oh.
I
Always
live for
some
that.
sunscreen.
Absolutely.
I did that in the Bahamas once. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
no
good
matter
time.
how much
Yeah.
sunscreen you put on.
Yeah.
And it'll be
Doesn't
all
matter.
greasy from the sunscreen.
It's
It'd
like
be
it just
it sounds
doesn't
amazing.
matter.
Where are we
Don't
going?
wash it.
We got to plan our trip.
I thought we were going to Aruba or something.
Fiji.
Fiji.
Julia was just in Aruba 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Jelly.
Could have met her there.
My daughter's on a cruise
We're
for 14
slacking.
days.
Nice.
She went to all these different islands. She keeps Snapchatting me all the different islands. I'm like, stop it. I'm jealous.
I know, but she's
Talk
only
about the
posted
world
like one
cruise.
Snapchat. You're going on the world cruise?
No, she
Oh.
just, like, it's been a hot
just
topic.
told you I was poor.
I can barely pay for
And
my
I have a
chair
dog.
fees.
Like,
I will
never
watch
leave
your
my
dog.
I could
Just
never
saying.
leave him. Okay.
I'm just saying, I'll watch your dog.
Aw.
I'm a very good dog watcher.
Do you
Ask
have clients that don't
everybody
tip?
we know.
No.
No?
Everybody's very generous.
I don't think
or
so.
Maybe sometimes like a teenager like forgets. And then
Yeah,
the
like
mom
they
calls
don't
They just
know.
don't know.
panic.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no. I mean, I feel like people take good care of us. Like, we're really spoiled.
Good.
My one client buys my dog gifts for every holiday.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love that.
Yeah.
That is
So,
amazing.
How old is your dog?
He'll be 6 in August.
He's really cute.
Aw.
Yeah.
Lewis.
He's a little shy, but he's pretty cute.
Lewis?
Yeah.
I love when they have like human names.
Human
yes,
names.
yes, absolutely.
I think our boss, his dog's name is Carl.
Oh,
I think.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't even know he had a dog.
Human name.
I'm mad.
So cute.
Well, we got Nicky. That's a pretty.
That's
Yeah.
definitely.
It's a baby name.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be Nick when he grows up. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Woof, when his bark gets a
I
little
think he'll
stronger.
be forever Nicky.
Oh my gosh.
Just like Jake was Jakey.
Does he
Poo.
still
We
have the
never
cone
called
on
him
his
Jake.
head?
Yeah, he still has the cone. Yeah.
Aw, poor
till,
Nicky.
Till Monday. Yeah.
Aw. He was just looking at you in the morning that one time, like, what is this
Dude.
around my neck?
Because he sleeps with us. My dog sleeps with
My
us.
dog
I
sleeps
know.
under the covers. with
Yeah.
me.
Aw.
Well, ours doesn't get under the covers. I think
Oh.
he's too hot. But
No, he loves
because
to
he'll
be
get down and get on the floor for a while and then
Oh.
come back up. Like, he gets too hot. But anyways, he's been sleeping with us with this fucking cone on.
Oh God.
And I like wake up and I'm like, what the hell? And he's like right here between me and Johnny, and the cone is like on me, you know?
Sticking to your sweat.
Yeah. You know, we take it off during the day, but he has to have it on at night because we can't monitor his licking.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want him to lick his stitches out.
What sets your salon apart from the others? Why do you think you're so busy?
I mean, we're pretty badass.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Not professional.
We're really cute.
inappropriate.
Yeah.
We're so like I had this whole mentality for a long time, like, oh, we're like business, we have to be professional.
Yeah.
Do all this stuff. You have to please everybody. The customer's always right. And then the more I got into it, I'm like, people kind of like us for being
Yeah.
who we are. So that like I've come to terms with the fact like we're not for everyone, and that's okay.
Absolutely.
Because like we're not hurting for business.
Right.
You know, the people that we have, they love us and we have a lot of fun with them.
They've embraced our weird.
Yeah, they love our
Yeah.
weird, and they ask
Which
us
is
weird
good.
questions, and like back to the death hair.
Yeah.
We ask all of them,
One of
"Can
our
we do your
clients,
hair?"
like that's what prompted the whole thing. Is she's like, "Oh my God, we were driving down the road, and this deer came out in front of us, and my life flashed before my eyes,
Oh my
and all I
gosh.
could think of was, I cannot be buried with these roots."
Yeah.
So she's like, "Would you dye my hair when I'm dead?" And I'm
Oh
like,
my
100%, I got
God.
you. So then we've been on a kick. So I actually reached out to my like estranged cousin, who's a funeral director, and I'm like, "Hey, what do I got to do to like do some dead hair?"
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just, like want to try, and I need to bring her for moral support.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
would like to.
he's like, "Well, I'll be there." And I'm like, "Yeah, because nothing says like, what's up, cousin, that I haven't talked to in 25 years, and like, hey, let's do some dead hair."
Yeah.
So like, I would rather bring my best friend, please.
Is the chemistry different when it's
Dead.
when there's no blood
When it's
flowing?
dead.
I don't
I
think
mean, they say it's a little different because I think like you don't have the heat from the scalp to
Yeah.
oxidize as much, so it might just take a little longer.
If you're going to
And I don't
bleach it
know,
or
yeah, if like embalming and shit, if
Sure,
that, like
sure.
affects.
we should probably research that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know.
We never got that far.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah. We
Yet
have
to do dead hair.
We have yet to do dead hair. But
Wow. Can you
we're
come back
waiting.
and tell us all about it?
Yeah.
I
I'd
mean,
be very,
I'm
I'm
like-
very
Do it.
morbid. I, like
I
to hear all
don't
that kind
want
of
somebody to die. Obviously, I'm
Well,
not like
right.
somebody please die so I could do your hair. But
But
I'm like,
I mean,
please
but
die
if
every
it's your
day.
Who's
time,
gonna do your hair better than your hairdresser?
Maybe
Right,
we could just
for
reach
real.
out to any of the
For real.
funeral
For
homes
us.
and like maybe like they'll
Well,
let
and
you
then
do like
he's
a
like-
homeless person's or
Well, he's
something
like-
that doesn't have
because
anybody.
they usually do it.
They
Yeah.
make a lot
It's
of
like
money.
part of their
Yeah.
thing. But
Yeah.
he's like, we charge like for our stylists that we do bring in, it's $150.
Yeah.
I'm like, to do a quarter of a head of hair.
yeah,
Like,
because
you
you
know,
only do the
Right,
front.
yeah, right.
I'm like, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
I can do this.
Like
How long have
shit,
you
I
been
do
working
need
at
to
the
raise
salon?
my prices.
12 years.
12 years and you've been open 13?
Yeah, it would be like our 13. Yeah. I
Have you been
think.
friends even before the 12 and
No.
13?
No.
You met her
Oh,
12 years ago?
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's great.
And that's
What-
so weird that you had similar like wants growing up, and then
It was just meant to
her
be,
Grandma
huh?
used to get her hair done at the salon I used to work at.
okay.
So we kind of had like this similar look going on for a while, and I was like, "Who's this bitch?"
Yeah, right,
Stealing
right.
my look.
When
Like,
I was in beauty
have
school, I went with
hot
my
pink
grandma to
bangs.
watch her get her hair done, and yeah, we had the same
had
hair,
the same
just
hair.
blonde and
Awesome.
brunette.
That is so
and
funny.
we both just kept side-eyeing each other, and then
That
I
is so funny.
saw the stylist wanted sign and walked in, and we're both looking at each other like, "I know you."
Yeah.
Did we
do I
just
know you?
become best friends?
And then there's like one picture in particular where I know that it's me, but it's a joke all the time. I was like, "Is it me or her?"
I question it immediately. I think it's me. And it's,
really?
I'm
It's
like,
me.
it's not.
But
That's
then
so
people
Wow.
are like, "Are you sure you're not related?" I'm like, "I don't think that we look anything alike. We're just weird." I don't know.
Yeah,
You
I don't
s-
think you guys look a
you
lot
spend,
alike.
But maybe in the picture with the lighting, I could see it,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
mean,
like
similar makeup.
adopted each
or-
other's mannerisms.
Yeah, it's
and-
Yeah,
bad.
of course.
But you spend like 40 hours a week
Like
with
looking.
somebody.
yeah.
You
It's
know,
kind of like
we walked in
marriage.
and we
Don't you
both
start
said-
looking
Yeah.
like your husband
We walked in
or
and we
your
both said,
spouse?
"Hi, husband," at the same time,
Yeah.
and you're
so
like, "That's
funny.
husband."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird, but
That's
whatever.
great.
We can like look at each other across the room.
Oh, we'll have conversations all day without
With your
making
eyes.
a noise, and we're
Yeah.
like, and I know what she's thinking.
Yeah.
I don't like to use my words, and she has to yell at me, and she'll be like, "Use your words."
She'll be like,
Yeah.
"You know," and,
And I'm like,
"What?"
like the thing.
And she's like, the guy, and I'm like, "I need something.
Give me something
Give me
else.
But then I won't say anything, and a half hour later, she's like, "Oh my God, you're talking about this," and I'm like, "Yes,
You got
that's what I
it.
meant."
That is so funny.
It's like telepathic. I don't know. It's really weird. We were laughing about the other day because we're like, we don't know what we're going to talk about on this, and I was like, oh, we can make like a list, and so everything I think of that I think is a brilliant idea is always when I'm in the shower. So like my shower thoughts are like the truest form of anything
Yeah.
I'll ever put out there. So then I kept laughing because when she first started and we were not as busy, I had a clientele, but still not as busy because at that point I'd only been like 6 or 7 years in.
I was fresh out of school.
She was
Yeah.
like a baby stylist, as they call it now, which is just the dumbest thing, but whatever. So we would spend all day together at work. and not talk to each other. We would just like be doing whatever we were doing.
Your thing. And
then go home and we would be like Facebook Messenger, texting, to the point that my husband's literally like, are you guys, is something going on with you two? How do you spend all day together and then you talk all
Still have
night
things
long?
to talk about.
Oh, yeah. So funny.
I'm like, well, we don't talk to each other at work. I'm working.
yeah.
I'm working at work.
Yeah,
You know, that was
makes
like the
sense.
excuse.
And then he was like, I talk to dudes at work.
And then I'm like, and by the way, we're going to Walmart. I know it's 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, but I'm going to go meet her at Walmart. And he's like, and he would think of the most random thing for me to buy. She always says floss picks. It might have been floss
It
picks.
was.
But I'm like, okay, I'll grab you some fucking floss picks. Like, I'm not
prove
Prove that I'm going to Walmart.
sneaking off with my girlfriend in the Walmart parking lot. Like, I swear we're buying her grandma underwear. Like, this is what that was the mission. And then just wander around and like look at dumb shit. I don't know.
We loved going to Target and shit when it was late at night when we were too young to drink and stuff, you know?
I mean, we were
What
old
else you
enough to
gonna do?
drink.
Yeah.
We just
didn't
can't
have
do it every
anything
night.
else to do.
Yeah, we weren't like cool enough to drink. I
Yeah.
don't know. We just would rather spend our Saturday
I was
night
living at home and
sober
I was like,
at Walmart.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Go to Walmart.
Can you share your most memorable client or memory or anything like that?
I don't know. I feel like I have so many. That's a problem.
Good or bad?
Give
Trying to
us the
filter
most
through.
like awkward one.
Yeah, there we go. We took a break to talk shit.
Yeah.
Talk going pee.
Have you seen the trend of men putting extensions on in their beard?
Stop.
In their
Ew.
beard.
In
Their beard. Like they actually like comb it up and put an extension on and then they like
Wait,
trim
is
it
it
up.
curly or straight?
Okay, so the one I saw was really bad because I feel like beards are a little bit curly just because of the way
Yeah,
it
a
grows.
lot,
Some,
yeah.
right? And he was putting straight ones in. So it
Yeah.
was just, I don't know if it was a joke or not.
That's
But then,
weird.
of course,
Had to be.
because I watched the thing all the way through, I didn't blink looking at it on TikTok. Now I'm getting all of these men
Yeah,
putting
you're like-
extensions into their
No,
beard.
you can basically do it.
I just want to go back to the cow hooves trimming.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Yes.
The ones Boogie sent, what was it? It was ice cream, and it was like the cow hooves.
Yes.
And it was like the moose track, so I had like peanut butter cups, so he'd be like, oh yeah, she's got a little sore right here.
We have a little white line infection here or whatever. They were going through the caramel. All right, memorable moment.
So I have this client. Well, I don't have her anymore because whatever. When I was pregnant, so I was doing her hair
Wait, when
for a
you
while.
say whatever, that's a whole bunch of stuff.
Did she walk into traffic?
Yeah. Did she have a bad day?
No.
Did she go somewhere else? Like, you got to kind of like
So-
share the whatevers here.
So it'll make sense. So
All right.
she's coming in for a while, and I don't know what her deal was, right? So she was very specific. Like she wants
Oh, sure.
7 highlights.
7?
I swear to God. So she had the biggest hands and knuckles I've
thought you were
ever
gonna say
seen.
head.
Oh God.
So she would sit there, and so I'm combing her hair and trying to part it, and she would just like rake her fingers through her hair the whole time
What?
and like show me, like I want one here
oh my
and
God.
one here. So she tried to like micromanage the whole thing. And for 7 highlights, it's like a 45-minute appointment.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, so she always wanted to have a consultation every single time. She would show up late. She would park in 3 parking spots.
No.
Change
She
her
looked
outfit in
like
the bathroom.
she was living in her car, and she would, change in the bathroom. She had like 7 rings on every finger,
Ew.
and her eyebrows were green, and because they were tattooed on like in the 40s.
Stop.
So
Wow.
this would happen all the time. So fast forward, I'm pregnant, right? Visibly pregnant, and just not having it.
No.
And hangry is a real thing.
Yeah.
Pregnant hangry is like a whole nother level. So here we are, 45 minutes into her appointment. She should be getting like rinsed at this point and leaving. And we're still talking about placement.
Stop.
Oh, no.
And she's like, "You're awfully crabby today." I said, "Because, Christine, I should be eating my lunch right now. You should be leaving already. Like, I didn't have my lunch. I'm super hungry." So she's like, oh my God, honey, next time I'm going to take you out to lunch before my hair appointment. And I was like, listen, I'm never going anywhere with you.
Oh my God.
Mind you, she's recording the whole thing because I'm just pissed. She has no bra on.
No.
The sides of her shirt are open.
Big sleeves.
And her little, they're just flapping
I
out.
did not record her breasts, but I saw them.
Oh my gosh.
Then as I'm like,
Liked
finally I get the color in. And then whatever, I'm rinsing her hair and she like throws herself out of the chair. And again, they're just like, pew, right out the sides of her shirt.
Stop.
I'm like, thanks. I'm so glad. So whatever. That's what I mean. Whatever. So this went on. Then I didn't see her for a while. So she ironically went to my old salon, my home salon, as I like to call it, and had one of my friends there start doing her hair. And so just in normal talking, she's like, I have the craziest client. I said,
No.
you're crazy. So then we were like, oh my God, it's the same person. Right?
Wow.
So then all of a sudden she decides, I don't know what, 2 years ago, she calls the salon.
No.
She's
Years
like, I
later.
used to come there. And I'm like, oh God.
Did you know
recognize
exactly?
her?
Oh, I knew
Yeah.
exactly. I saw the last name. I was like,
Oh, because you got
she's-
caller ID. That's smart.
she's still alive.
They talked
clearly.
on the phone forever.
So we talked on the phone for like 45 minutes. And
Again
so-
with the 45.
It's always like forever. So she's like asking me like, so what's your name again, hun? I see the owner. What's your name? Are you the owner? And I was like, yeah. She's like, what's your name? I'm like, Tracy.
It's not her name.
So then she's like, well, I want an appointment with you. I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. So we set up this appointment. It's like 4 weeks, whatever. She calls the day before. She can't make it. And then she kind of has an attitude because it's going to be a bit of a wait again.
Yeah. You're busy.
So finally, I'm just like, you know what? Why don't you just call Brandy back and see if she can get you in?
Yeah.
And she's like, what? How do you know her? Were you talking about me to her? I said, yeah, we were talking. And I think it's probably just best that you go back to her.
Yeah.
So I text her. I was like, I'm just warning you.
Yeah.
Like,
She's on her way
It's going to
back.
be a fucking nightmare.
I just dumped her. I told her this was my name. I dumped her. I sent her back to you. She's like, well, I'm not taking her back. So I don't know
where
Whatever
she went.
happened.
So
I don't
whatever.
know where she ended
Yeah.
up. So whatever.
She found somebody else to give her 7 highlights.
I mean,
Me,
she
not Tracy
only
or
had,
her.
like,
I was
50 strands
disappointed.
of hair.
I was excited to see her.
Get out. You
I
want
mean,
to see her
I-
titties flap around
yeah.
again?
I was, like,
watch someone
a
deal
little-
with her that wasn't me.
I was a little excited, and like she, our other stylist is feisty. Like she cuts hair at the jail, so she
Oh,
like
shit.
can handle it.
Yeah.
I was like, perfect, match made in heaven. Like they're just gonna see the
It just didn't have the
fireworks.
opportunity. Yeah.
And
Darn
That was so
it.
funny.
she just was so annoying on the phone. I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
I was like, goodbye. I don't want your $20. I
Yeah.
don't want to deal with you for 2 hours. I don't ever want to see your boobs again.
Yeah. No. One and done.
That is so funny.
So,
about you?
I mean,
That was a pretty good
it was
impressionable
like
one.
intense.
Yeah.
It was intense.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a lot of different random ones. I don't. It just depends where we could go with that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wherever
Like,
you want to go.
I mean, I've had clients tell me they tried to run their husbands over with their car for
Oh
cheating on
my
them. And
God.
giving them a
Really? They
beating.
should. They deserve it then. Yeah.
I've had clients tell me about their buying their husbands and boyfriends the same sweater for Christmas.
Stop.
Like,
What do you do with that information?
Yeah.
That would be a lot. You come on a
Well,
podcast,
you know what?
I
It's
guess.
like a baby.
You do.
Yeah.
and you're just
Because
like,
that's the thing about being a stylist. I don't know. Is that the right
Slash-
word
I mean,
for you?
sometimes we talk about because it's
Psychologist.
just like I don't know. Sometimes you just kind of word vomit things, and
Yeah.
it's not intentional. But things like that, like truly personal things, you kind of do. You nurture it like a little baby. And you're
They
like, okay.
probably need to
'Cause
get it off
we
their
were the safe
chest.
space.
Yeah.
We want
Yeah,
this baby
yeah.
to grow up.
yeah.
But like
Right?
sometimes I need
So
to
you
go home and have a
what's gonna
cocktail.
do with its
Yeah.
life.
It's been a long day,
Yeah.
or I don't want to talk to anyone after work. Like
Yeah.
that's been an issue in any relationship I've been in, where I like come home and I'm done for the day.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong? What's
Overstimulated.
wrong? You're so
Yeah.
quiet. Like I've been talking to people all day.
Yeah.
And it's not just small talk.
done.
It's in-depth conversations.
stuff is
I know what's
heavy.
going on in their life. They know what's going on in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to like decompress and scroll on my phone for an
That's
hour or
probably
two.
I was
Yeah.
more that way at our old job.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
worked extreme customer service, right?
Yeah.
And like,
yeah, it was entertaining, and I felt like we were on a stage,
My
entertaining.
social media runs out sometimes.
yeah. I would come home and my husband would be, blah, 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 and I'm like, just shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Yeah. Drive home.
He does that to me
without
in the
radio.
morning on like a Saturday too. Like, okay, I want to sleep in. And it's like, I'll still get up at 4 a.m.,
Yep.
right? Even, that's sleeping in for me, but I'll try to go back to sleep. And then it's like, I just woke up and he'll be like, hey, what's going on? How you feeling? Do you want breakfast? And I'm like, I haven't even peed yet. Like, I have to empty before I can fill up again. All right. Let me have a cup of coffee.
Don't
Do you want to go to
even look at me.
breakfast? And I'm like, it's 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday. Like, I'm not ready to leave the house yet, I don't
So
know.
we ask most people this, but what's the dream? Any dream besides what you're doing now?
I mean, winning the lottery.
Yeah.
Walk into traffic.
Yeah. Live, laugh, toast your bag.
Well,
love that
I mean,
one.
today's a new day, so I'm
Yeah.
kind of past that. Have always said that I just want to retire and work at Home Depot and water flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking I want to be a golf pro. I know some
Oh,
people
there you
that are
go.
working at like the country clubs, and the golf pros have it made.
Yeah.
They literally
Even just go hang out with the golf pros.
I mean,
like,
yeah,
let me
that
hang out in
too,
your
but
cart.
like they just get to like kind of hang out and run the show and make decent money,
Yeah.
and they don't really have to do anything if they don't want to,
Yeah.
because the golf course is already efficiently running.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that sounds kind of nice.
Yeah.
That like, okay, but
Yeah.
I mean,
could
I'll
do that.
probably just water flowers. So.
I like it. What's the dream?
To find a rich husband.
Yes. With
Still
a
waiting for that
mustache.
rock star to come your way.
Yes.
Huh?
Something,
Yeah.
some kind.
So when you
Yeah.
say rock star, what kind of music?
I mean, this was like 14-year-old me, so it was very like pop punk emo.
Sure, sure.
Now I don't really know. I just like
Anybody. That,
just preferably like too old to touch me, but like with it enough to know to put me as their beneficiary.
Yes.
It wouldn't be an argument or fought.
Right.
Like,
That's
that would be
amazing.
great.
That would be great.
But
I wish she was kidding.
people,
shit.
yeah.
She approaches people like
if
this
I'm at the bar
bar
and there's like an old man, I'm like, do you have a beneficiary?
I swear to God, she does.
Because I could be her. Just saying.
I will spend it well. I promise.
Yes.
Yeah. People always ask me if I want to own a salon one day, and I say absolutely not. No desire.
No, it's
Yeah.
too much
whatsoever.
work, right? Yeah.
I started like 2 months, 3 months into her having it, and I've watched the struggles
Yeah.
and trying to find people, and like I get to go to work and like leave.
Yeah.
I do my job and
Yeah.
I leave.
Yeah.
Except when she calls me in a panic.
That's what I keep
You know,
telling her.
like,
Sure.
Otherwise, I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
when she's
Go to Walmart at
Yeah.
10 if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, a real dream, the closest to like that would be have a house with some property and build a little she shed
She
salon
shed by the
that's like-
seashores.
not in my house. I don't want people in my
Yeah.
house,
Yeah.
but I don't want to pay mortgage or rent either. And I could just like
Maybe
work,
if you can do a garage,
work
like a
for
5-car
cash,
garage.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and just like keep me busy so I don't become like a raging alcoholic.
Yeah.
Right.
If I was like a true stay-at-home dog mom, like I want to be, like
It wouldn't end well.
Yeah.
She's really thought about this.
I
You
know.
can tell.
No, I
Yeah.
have dreams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic
Yeah.
dreams.
Yeah.
Don't you think about your future?
I'm living it.
That's
But like, do
awesome.
you think like God forbid, your husband passed away?
Got plenty of money to give me.
Yeah.
I am not worried.
See, we have this conversation all the time too, and that's the joke. Is like I'm gonna have a date for his funeral.
Yeah.
Like
She doesn't ever want to be alone. I love being
No.
alone.
Let me
like-
know when I need to go shopping for the black dress. That's
so
it.
like being in my 30s and single for several years, like
Yeah.
I am happy. I'm
Yeah.
just poor. Like if I told someone the other day, if money wasn't an issue, like I would be the happiest person. no
Yeah.
stress.
For
Like,
sure.
For sure.
I think a lot of people
life
could say
is
that.
like
yeah.
life is good.
Yeah.
What about you, Cass?
What?
What's the dream? I don't think I've ever asked you that. I've only asked our guests.
Fuck.
What's the dream?
My dream is to. Didn't I tell you about the building, the big glass building that I go past all the time? So
I don't
if
know.
you are driving down 94 south from here, obviously we live way up north, and you exit on what's the exit to Glen East?
Willow?
No. Oakland? No. Oakland?
Hmm.
Anyways, There's this huge glass building, right? It's called like 1525 or something like that.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And when I'm 90 and I'm retired, I'm going to have a little tiny dog and I'm going to live in that building. And it looks amazing.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I drive past there all the time and I'm like, I could live there.
And you'll just pet your little dog and look out the window
I don't know. I
at
might
the highway?
like.
Have a lot of plans.
Well, I probably, my apartment wouldn't face the highway because then you'd get afternoon sun and be too hot.
yeah.
I would be on the other side.
Oh, sure.
You know, so you get sun in the morning and then
Yeah.
it goes away. But they have like a swimming pool and like I'd probably do my daily exercise there.
Yeah.
Water aerobics.
And like I feel like they probably have a grocery store downstairs, so like I would never have to fucking leave
Probably
there.
coffee, Starbucks is
Yeah.
down there, right?
You know? And I just go walk my little fucking shitty dog that barks at everybody
Little
and
ankle
like
biter.
yeah. It only likes
Love
me.
it.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's my ultimate goal in life.
Amazing.
Yep.
Wow.
I'll be there one day.
Lots of dreams around this table. I like it. Well, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
This is how we plan things. She texted
She's
me
been
on
asking
Saturday.
me for like 5 years.
You know, I know she has.
And I'm like, oh, no, I can't do it.
I can't do it.
She
And
got
you're a
me in
natural. You both are.
vulnerable moment.
I waited till y'all had a
in.
couple drinks.
Approached me at the surprise
it was
party.
her husband
when
was
I'm
like,
lit.
they'll be there. They're going.
Yeah.
They're going.
Blame your husband.
They're coming.
Okay?
Ugh.
'Cause
Now
he
he's got to
was-
share it with everyone,
he
though.
was.
And then I forgot.
Share
I
it
woke
out.
up and went to work on Saturday after a lot of cocktails and
Yeah.
I was like, oh
Oh, yeah, we got to
Now I have anxiety all over
Yeah.
again.
No, this was super
Oh,
fun. Yeah. Gave us some tea.
And we're going to have your husband on too, because he's been dying to come on himself.
He
So
loves attention.
I know.
Oh, my
He'll-
gosh.
he'll
They
have-
all
he'll talk.
do.
Yeah. He'll have good stories. I just know it.
He'll need like 73 bush lattes, but he'll be
That's
here.
fine.
Yeah, no
He
problem.
can drink as many bush lattes as he wants to. I'll drive him.
I'll be like, you're riding with her.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah. I'll pick him up and I'll drop him off.
Well, thanks to both. You both do amazing work. I've seen it. I know people
Yeah.
that see you.
We know
so-
people that know you.
We
so.
know. Have our people
Ditto.
call your people.
I know
yeah.
one of my clients is one of your best friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I'm one of your
Yes.
besties. Like, we did her
Yes.
hair forever.
Yes.
But she has like a whole life now.
Yes.
I know.
Rude.
I know.
Absolutely.
Rude.
Yes.
Like,
She has
Well, you know,
no time for herself.
Her birthday's coming up, so we'll have to
That's
give you guys
rude.
a call.
We do.
Just, like,
That's
ran
what we do.
off and like
Yeah.
had popped out some kids.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, and then
Remember the
do-
gift card thing?
Don't one of
where we
you-
booked it and she got the
Oh
email?
my God. Remember that? That was so funny.
And
And then
she thought she drunk made the appointment.
I know that was so funny.
That's right. She texted
She
us.
was,
She was like,
you guys,
"You
I think I
guys."
accidentally made an appointment. We're like, fuck.
She's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. Do I call
We're
them?
like,
Do I
just
get?
go.
We're like, just keep
Go.
it.
Just go.
We had to tell her.
Yeah.
That was so funny. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
That is so funny. I forgot about
Never
that too.
thought about the email when I booked it.
No.
That is so funny.
like,
I think I
this'll
drunk
be
text
fine.
made an appointment.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was so fun.
That was funny. That was a good story.
So good.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
right.
thanks.
Happy Friday.
Woo.
Later,
Thanks.
bitches.
Talk to you
ya.
next week.